When you're looking for help with your finances, the terms and titles can be confusing. So people often wonder what's the difference between an asset manager versus a wealth manager or some other type of service. And the answer is that in some cases, there's not a big difference. Wealth managers would argue that they offer a broader range of services, and sometimes that's true. But the thing to know about the financial services world is that there's not necessarily a strict definition of every type of title somebody might use. So let's dig into some of the details and compare and contrast these different titles. By the way, I'm Justin Pritchard. I help people plan for retirement and invest for the future, and I've got some free resources in the description below that'll give you more information on this topic. So an asset manager, as the name implies, is primarily concerned with managing assets. That doesn't mean that's all they do, but the service is based on that. So that might be if you want help investing, you want to have somebody pick a portfolio, choose the individual vehicles, whether that's mutual funds, ETFs, alternatives, or something else, then they will manage that over time, do all of the buying and selling, and generally you're just handing off the investment management piece. An asset manager can be a person or a firm that offers these services, or it might be a big company that's like a mutual fund company that manages assets for you. In some cases, you can get additional services. So you might get help with planning for your retirement and doing projections there, figuring out some Social Security decisions, estimating some taxes, and maybe looking at strategies there. There are a lot of different things that somebody who manages assets might also include with the service. Compensation for an asset manager is typically based on the asset. So in many cases, you've got that traditional 1% fee, that's the $100,000. 1% of assets under management equals $1,000 per year that you're paying out on that. But there is a movement to doing other types of billing, and that might be just flat fee billing for managing the investments. Somebody might say, I'll just charge you X thousand dollars per year, and that fee includes the asset management regardless of the level of assets or the dollar amount of your holdings. When it comes to wealth managers, there's typically a broader service offering, but that's not necessarily always the case. In some cases, they just primarily want to manage assets for you. But the best wealth managers will look at more than that with you. They might go into insurance protection and education funding planning and estate planning. They might not be attorneys that draw up the documents, but they can share ideas with you and help coordinate and maybe even go through the process with you so that everything aligns with your goals and your finances. Compensation for wealth managers might be based on the assets, just like they are with an asset manager, or they might also be based on something else like flat fees or hourly fees, fees based on your net worth, your income, the complexity of the projects you're working on, that sort of thing. There's a broader range of billing options in that case. So which one is best for you? Well, it ultimately comes down to having some detailed discussions with service providers and finding out what exactly they offer, regardless of whatever their title is. You want to ask a lot of questions, and I've got a link in the description below that can help you with that. But you want to find out what do they really do and what's not included. You want to get a picture of what the client experience might be like and what you can expect out of the relationship. And through those detailed discussions, you can ultimately find out who might be a good fit for you and who's not the best fit. So I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please leave a quick thumbs up. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.